I'm about to expose myself for being the biggest fanboy ever, but you know what? That's okay. So one of the most asked questions whenever I do any Q&A or anything like that is, how'd you find out about Why how'd you find out about Why Don't We? Or who's your favorite? Or what's your favorite Why Don't We song? And I'm here today to explain all of that goodness to you on their 4-year anniversary. So what I'm going to do is I'm doing a recap of from when I first found out about the boys until now. So here we go. Now my family always watches American Idol, or used to when I was younger. We used to watch it every year. And I love seeing people who are my age succeed and doing amazing things because it makes me feel like I can do it too. That I'm not too young to do stuff, even though I'm like 21 now. But anyways, so of course I saw Daniel Levy on American Idol, thought he was cool, wanted him to win, and then I followed him on Twitter so I could keep up with him. I knew he was talented and I wanted to follow his journey. I don't remember exactly how I got him to follow me, but shortly after he followed me back on Twitter and Instagram. He eventually unfollowed me on Instagram, but that's no big deal. I don't remember how I got it, but I was probably being annoying as usual and just replying to every tweet he posted. And his Twitter literally still looked like this. So at the time, I was already making YouTube videos, but not as consistent as I do now. I mean, I literally almost died around this time. And so after getting out of the hospital, after about a month of crazy stuff, I ended up making a video where I updated my viewers on life. I think I had like 100 subscribers at the time. I wanted to give an update on how I was doing after the hospital, and I said this. One of my favorite people that was on American Idol followed me on my personal Twitter and Instagram the other day. It was pretty cool. His name is Daniel Levy. You should go look him up. I actually remember one day being in the hospital waiting room and watching one of Daniel's live streams, and I commented something, and he ended up seeing the comment. He said something along the lines of, "Thank you, Sawyer. Also, that's a cool name." And that's one thing I'll never forget. Like, even just being in the hospital waiting room, hoping to not have to go back into the hospital again. I had Daniel on my phone on his live stream, just like spreading joy and happiness as usual. He was talking about how cool my name was, which he still talks about. I do have a screen recording somewhere, but I can't ever find it, so maybe one day I'll be able to find it and I'll share it for you guys. And then, a little while later, I remember scrolling through Twitter one day and seeing this guy named Jonah. He posted about his new single called Next Ex-Girlfriend. I didn't really know who he was that well at the time, but I saw that he was doing a follow spree for Next Ex-Girlfriend, so then I looked it up, listened to it, loved it, and bought it. I tweeted him a screenshot. Again, I'm such a fan of people that I was probably really annoying. I'm still this way, but thankfully he ended up following me back, which was pretty cool. I don't have a screenshot of the tweet that I tweeted when he followed me, but I do have the tweet that I tweeted for him to follow me, and that's right here. Then literally just a few days later, I saw Daniel's Twitter layout change to like the fuzzy screen, you know, the one that everybody knows. And I also saw that he had 1-5 in his display name, and I didn't really know what that meant. Then after a little more scrolling, I saw that Jonah's looked the same, and it also said 1/5. So I was like, okay, so they're doing something. Maybe they know each other. But then I realized, so that's 2/5. Who's the other 3? I kept seeing the word tomorrow everywhere. So on September 27th, 2016, 4 years ago, I wake up and get on Twitter. And I see the infamous picture of all 5 guys with the caption, "We are Why Don't We?" I saw Jack, Zach, and Corbin as well, so I followed them. I didn't know who they were until the band formed. I didn't know who Daniel and Jonah were. Now for all you youngsters out here, I say, literally only being 21, you probably don't know what YouNow is. But back then, I say, only 4 years ago, that was the platform that everybody streamed on. So many people streamed on YouNow, it was crazy. I can remember getting a notification that the boys went live one day, and they were playing Taking You and dancing around and just having fun, and they all looked so happy. It really just made me happy to witness. I was still doing YouTube videos, and I decided to do a video one day where I talked about my favorite things. I literally think I put the Taking You cover art in the thumbnail. But I was exposing things I liked and couldn't do that without mentioning Taking You being released, and I said this. And absolutely, I really like the song Taking You by Why Don't We. I knew Daniel CV from when he was on American Idol, and he actually followed me on Twitter. And I mentioned that in a video a while back. If you want to go check that out, I should have a link right here. And I have Jonah Murray's follow too, because I haven't known about him as long, but I knew about him before the band formed. And they're definitely going to be pretty big really soon. They're already getting magazine tweets and everything. So I wish them the best of luck, and the song is great. Flash forward a little bit, and of course I still listen to their music and all kinds of stuff like that. But I had already made other reaction videos to different people and other certain things. And I remember watching Why Don't We Funny Moments on my own time, and then I came up with the idea to watch Why Don't We Funny Moments for a YouTube video. I posted a video reacting to Why Don't We Funny Moments. On December 16th of 2017, I posted my first YouTube video reacting to Why Don't We Funny Moments. I've been a fan of Why Don't We for a while. Obviously, I got the merch on for this video. Then in February of 2018, they released Trust Fund Baby, and I reacted to that. That was the first newly released song that I reacted to. So, my boys, Why Don't We just released a new song called Trust Fund Baby, and I want to do a reaction video to it because I haven't done a reaction video in a little while. All of this while not having seen them in concert yet, because my high school years were crazy and money was pretty tight for us back then. So 2018 was pretty rough for me. It started off pretty good though. So on April 2nd, 2018 was the first time I was able to see the boys live in concert in Orlando, Florida at the House of Blues for the Invitation Tour. This was such an experience, and I will never forget the first time I was able to see them live. You're cordially invited to So then after that, they released Hooked, and I reacted to that as well. So I haven't done a reaction video in quite a bit, but my boys Why Don't We just dropped a new single called Hooked, and I'm ready to react to it. And at this point, there had been a few interactions with the boys or their family members on Twitter, mostly liking tweets about the songs and stuff. I just really wanted to know if the boys had ever seen my videos before, and I wanted to meet them, obviously, because I had been a fan for so long at this point. I even got Granny to react to their songs for a video too. Welcome to this edition of Tea Time with Sawyer Knight. With this episode, we have a very special guest. Would you like to come over?
Am I supposed to
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Isn't
Where
it?
do you want me to go? Right there.
Right here.
Right here. Right here. Huh?
You're gonna have to sit up.
You want them to read this? Is that what it is?
No. This is around the time the year had a few low points for me. I had planned to attend my second playlist live, and I had already signed up for Christina Harris. I signed up for her meet and greet at Playlist Live. But on the way, my mom and I got into a very bad car accident, and we were not able to go. Luckily, she had planned her own tour, and my mom and aunt and I figured out a way to attend her tour in Dallas. Then for the rest of that week, my whole family stayed at my aunt's house on the river in Louisiana. while we were at that house is when the boys decided to release Talk, and I filmed my reaction to it at my aunt's house and posted it. Yes, I know I've done quite a few Why Don't We videos in a row, but yeah, I got a couple more after this, but just deal with it. You guys seem to like them anyway. So yeah, so today I'm going to be reacting to their new song called Talk that they just kind of randomly dropped on us today. I'm excited, and yeah, so now we just have to wait until it's out. Okay, I'm back, and it is 10:59. Oh, it's 11. Let's go. Then on June 22nd of 2018, I had the chance to see them again, this time in Tampa at a summer show.
I only say 'cause I really mean it. I ain't afraid of how you got me feeling. Got some feeling on you. Anywhere I go, I'm taking 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 you.
Still not being able to meet them yet, but it was an incredible show. I almost met them at a restaurant, but they were eating, and I just wanted to wait until it was the perfect time because I knew and I could feel that I was going to be able to meet them at the right time and it was going to be better. Then in August is when they released 8 Letters and their debut album, and of course I reacted to that too. So my boys Why Don't We have announced that they're finally dropping a freaking album. It's called 8 Letters, and I'm stupid excited. Yes, I said stupid excited, but it's okay. Myself and all the other Limelights have been waiting for this forever, and the new song, I think we get the single tonight called 8 Letters, and I'm pretty sure that it's gonna leave us all incredibly proud, and yeah. Here's my reaction to it. Before I throw the little intro in, I just want to say, why don't we, if you're watching this, that'd be pretty cool. I just want to express how proud I am of you guys, because I've literally been here since the beginning. I knew of Daniel and Jonah before the band formed, but once I discovered the band was happening, I literally was there when you guys tweeted about it. I followed Corbin, Zach, and Jack. I love all you guys, like, you're amazing, and I've literally been here since the beginning, and I cannot express how proud I am of all of you. Like, this is gonna sound weird, but you're like brothers to me. Like, even though I've never met you, I'm saving up for it. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna meet you guys eventually, but I haven't met you guys yet, and it's kind of weird because you do feel like brothers to me. Like, I feel like I know you because I've been supporting for so long. I mean, it's been pretty much 2 years, like, coming up, and that's insane. Finally got the chance to see you guys live on the invitation tour, which is represent, and that was insanely cool too, because I had been supporting you guys for so long before that, and then I finally got the opportunity to see you guys live and stuff. It's gonna be in stores, like, I can't comprehend it. It literally just makes me so happy and so proud of you guys, seeing where you guys are now compared to where you used to be, and being here for the entire thing. And this is like an album, and I know to some people that's probably like, oh, it's an album, whatever, but like to Limelights, it's like, our boys did it. Like, our boys made it. They're here, they're like, yeah, I don't know what else to say other than I'm extremely proud of you guys, and thank you for being a part of my life. Yeah. Then they released the acoustic version of 8 Letters, which is to this day one of my favorite songs they released. It's definitely in my top 5. Obviously, I reacted to it. I was not planning on reacting to the acoustic version of 8 Letters, but the boys just dropped a music video for it, and you guys need it, so. But at this point, I still had no confirmation yet that they had seen my videos. Yet, until that night after posting my reaction to the acoustic version. So I used to have these mashups where it was like 3 to 4 songs that I would get made for my intros, and every few months I would get a new one made for my new intro. Shout out to Adam Music for making those. You should go check out his channel and his TikTok. I'll link his YouTube in the description down below. I bring this up because that night, October 6th, after I posted my video, I went to stay at my friend's apartment out of town. He had just moved out right after high school, and a few of my friends wanted to crash at his place for the weekend. We're all sitting in the room talking, and I get a notification on my phone. Ding! Corbin.why don't we DM'd you. So I looked at it, and I kind of just shrugged it off because I assumed it was a fan account who had the same display name that Corbin did. For some reason, a lot of people like to do that. A few moments later, I actually did open my phone to my Twitter, and I saw that Corbin had followed me. So then I remembered the DM, and I went back to look to make sure that was real. It was, and it said, "Yo, what song is that for your intro?" And then another that said, "Videos are dope, by the way." I froze in my chair. I immediately texted my mom and said, "Mom, Corbin DM'd me. That's all I ever wanted to know, is that they've seen my videos before, and now I know." And I had tears in my eyes, but I had to play it cool because I was with my friends. I kind of silently cried and sat there texting my mom while I was just chilling in my friend's room. So now that I knew that Corbin had seen my videos, the next question was, would they recognize me if they met me in person? Then they announced a book tour for the end of 2018, and the closest one was in Texas again. So my mom, aunt, and I once again loaded up and traveled 10 hours to go to Texas on November 17th. We get almost there, and my anxiety is through the roof. I knew it was bad, but my anxiety this day was so bad. I remember crying in the bathroom of a truck stop thinking, wow, I'm this close to meeting them, and I'm not going to be able to because my body, my anxiety isn't going to let me. I told myself I wasn't going to go. Then something changed, and I changed my mind again. Thank God I did, because this was one of the best days of my life. Also, shout out to Casey and Bryce, because they helped make this day so much greater. So at this point, we rushed to the venue. We were late, but we did make it. See them singing a few songs, and then they took a break after singing while the workers at the show got ready for the meet and greet part. Talking to a few friends, and this girl walks up and says, "Excuse me, that man wants you," and points back at a group of people. So I look up, and I realize that it's Mr. Josh Heron, Zach's dad. And he was pointing at me and motioning for me to come over. Over there, and I see Miss Maida and Ryan and Reese. And Mr. Josh says, "Hi, we just wanted to let you know that we love your videos, and we wanted to say hi." And when I tell you, I almost passed out. I literally almost passed out. This meant so much to me. I got my mom to come say hi too, and we took a couple pictures. And I just wanted to say thank you to the Heron family, because you're incredible, and I love you all. Then it was time to get the book signed. I walked up onto the stage, turned the corner, and this happened.
Sawyer! Dude! So good to meet you, bro! My guy! Sawyer Knight! How are you, man? Good to see you, bro. You inspired me, bro. You freaking inspired me, man. You're looking fresh today, brother. Yo, how's it going, man? I can't believe I just met you, man. Sawyer, yeah, dude, I see you on Twitter and stuff. Sawyer, I love your business, bro. Appreciate the love. Let me this, bro. I got this, bro. I got you. Keep doing your thing, bro. I gotta get love from you too when you're done. Hey, I got you. Thank you. That's like one of the coolest I've seen. Thank you. Thank you. See you, man. Stay on the left side.
This was one of the best days of my life. Finally getting to meet the boys and knowing that they had watched my videos. These guys that I had looked up to and have helped me through so much negativity. My high school years were very, very dark. And the boys and their music have always been there for me through that. And they've given me something to look forward to, rather than just sitting in the low points of life. And I'll never be able to thank them enough. Knowing that they were that excited to meet me just made me feel really special. All of the people who had laughed at me for liking a boy band so much didn't matter. I just felt special. So after that, then of course the 12/12 songs. I reacted to all of them, but I'm not going to put clips from that because this video is kind of already long. Then April 2nd of 2019 came around. This is the second time I was able to see them on Daniel's birthday. We traveled to Atlanta to see them at the Fox Theater for the 8 Letters tour. I was really hoping to get meet and greet this time so I could actually get a picture taken with them too. The website glitched before I could get it and it sold out, so we went anyway. And then we get to the hotel and I see that my friend Maya is tweeting about somebody selling a meet and greet. And literally the day of, I bought a meet and greet. And this was pretty cool because I got to surprise Daniel on his birthday. Once again, you weren't supposed to have your phone out, so I recorded in my pocket again.
Hey, we got Alright, here we go. Hot dog. What do you got? Like this? Hey, 1, 2, 3. I didn't know you were gonna be at this show. Happy birthday to you. Good to see you. Thank you.
Their reactions this time were pretty funny. You can't hear it as well when it's in my pocket recording, but I'm glad I have this. This was a crazy show for me as a whole because I met so many of you guys that I literally had to have security guards, and that was crazy. Then in August, they had their first show in Alabama, which is my home state. And after traveling so many times to see them, of course, I'm not gonna miss it when they're in my home state. This was also the first time I had Limelight and the first time that my mom was able to meet them. Speaking of my mom, if you guys are watching this, please make sure you go show my mom some love. Her Twitter ad is right there, and she loves you guys so much. This was really fun because I was able to get quotes for the back of my book from the guys, talk to the boys more, and get individual pictures as well. There's too many clips from this one to insert them all, so I only insert a few in a second, but there's a vlog and a story time from all of these shows that I'm talking about on my channel, and I will leave a link in the description or right here. Here's a clip and 2 pictures from that show.
Alright, Sawyer.
You do yours.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you, guys.
This guy has a cool name. Thank you.
Sawyer Knight.
Just like the goofiest, biggest smile you can make.
Okay.
Like that.
Alright, here we go. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now Sawyer's mom.
Yeah.
Sawyer's mom's got her own path. That's Mama Sawyer right there. Alright, ready? On 3. 1, 2. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Next up, come on in.
Then in December at Jingle Ball in Atlanta, I was able to see the boys again in an arena that I definitely needed some new memories at. It's my favorite arena, but there's a lot of negative stuff that comes with it, and I pushed past it, got to it, got through it, and was able to see the boys in my favorite arena, which was really, really cool. It holds a special place in my heart, and seeing them there really meant the world to me. Which brings us to today. It's been 4 years of Why Don't We, and I couldn't be happier. I'm so thankful for each and every memory I've made while being a Limelight. You guys have been there for me through some very dark times in my life, and I'll never be able to repay you for that. Thank you for everything you've done. You've always made me feel so special and loved, and thank you to all your family and crew as well. I love you all so much. And now here we are, 2 days away from the release of Fulton, and I'm ready to see Why Don't We kick 2020's ass, because it deserves it, and from the looks of things, that's exactly what they're gonna do. So thank you, Why Don't We, for everything. I love you guys. Here's to 4 years and to Fulton. Daniel, Jonah, Corbin, Jack, and Zach all mean so much to me, and if you guys are watching this, thank you for everything you've done for me for literally since 4 years, or Daniel and Jonah longer. I love you all so much, and yeah. That's how I discovered Why Don't We. My favorite song is Never Know, because I remember one time going through a really dark time in high school. I didn't even want to get out of my truck. I didn't even want to get out from the parking lot. I was just sitting there kind of crying. Never Know came on the speaker, and I literally got enough courage to get up and go through the day of school, no matter what I was going through. And it really does mean a lot to me, so I love Never Know. That's my favorite Why Don't We song. Want to just thank you, because I touched on it a little bit before, but like seeing people my age be successful, it just makes me feel like I can actually do something with my life too. And you guys have given me so much more than you'll ever know. I mean, let's face it, 99.9% of my audience is because of Why Don't We, and I'm super thankful for that. And you guys just make me feel so special and included in everything, and you've never made me feel weird for being a guy and liking you, because there's this weird stigma that like guys can't like other guys' music or whatever, but I don't know. It's really cool that you guys just treat me so nice and well, and you let me know that I'm loved. You make me feel special, and I'm super, super proud of you and can't wait for the future. So here we go. Thank you for being awesome. I can't wait for Fallen. And that'll be the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to check out my social medias, they'll be in the description below. Have a great day. Keep going. And I'll see you guys soon. Whew.
Hallelujah, this shit crazy.